Day 1. The sun was setting, casting a warm orange glow over the vast expanse of the untouched wilderness. I had been hiking for hours, the weight of my backpack pressing into my shoulders. The trail had disappeared hours ago, and I was navigating solely based on my instincts and the map I had with me. The silence was deafening, only broken by the occasional rustle of leaves or the distant call of a bird. I set up camp in a small clearing, surrounded by towering trees. The night was peaceful, and I drifted off to sleep, excited for the next day's adventure. Day 3. I must have lost track of time. I woke up to an overcast sky, the sun hidden behind thick clouds. My watch had stopped working and my phone was dead. Panic set in as I realized I had no idea which direction I had come from. The dense forest looked the same in every direction. Day 5. The days and nights merged into one. I tried to keep a routine, rationing my food and water and marking trees as I walked, hoping to find a way out. But the forest seemed endless. At night, I would hear strange noises, like whispers and distant footsteps. I told myself it was just the wind or animals, but the fear was growing. Day 8. I stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin. The door was slightly ajar, and inside, everything was covered in a thick layer of dust. There were old photographs on the walls, faces faded with time. As I explored, I felt an overwhelming sense of being watched. That night, I heard soft singing coming from the woods. The voice was melancholic, echoing through the trees. I stayed up all night, clutching my knife. Day 12. Food and water were running low. I was weak and disoriented. The forest seemed to be playing tricks on me. Trees would appear and disappear, and paths would lead to dead ends. I would see shadows darting between the trees, always just out of reach. Day 15. I was on the brink of despair when I found a small stream. I followed it, hoping it would lead me to civilization. But as I walked, I began to see strange symbols carved into the trees. They looked ancient, like some forgotten language. The air grew cold, and a dense fog enveloped the forest. I could hear whispers all around me, voices that seemed to be calling my name. Day 18. The fog never lifted. I felt trapped, like I was in a never-ending nightmare. I would see figures in the distance, but they would vanish as I approached. One night, I woke up to find my campsite surrounded by stone statues. They looked eerily lifelike, with expressions of terror etched on their faces. Day 21. I was running out of hope. Every day was a battle for survival. The forest was alive, watching my every move. One evening, as I sat by a fire, I saw a figure standing at the edge of the clearing. It was a woman, dressed in white, her face obscured by a veil. She beckoned to me, and I felt an irresistible urge to follow her. Day 24. I don't know how long I wandered, following the mysterious woman. She led me through the forest, always just out of reach. I would hear her singing, a haunting lullaby that echoed through the trees. I felt like I was losing my mind, trapped in a world between reality and dreams. Day 27. I woke up in a daze, lying in the middle of a clearing. The sun was shining, and the forest was alive with the sounds of birds and animals. The eerie fog and the mysterious woman were gone. I felt a renewed sense of hope and began to retrace my steps, using the marks I had made on the trees. Day 30. After days of walking, I finally stumbled upon a trail. I followed it, and to my relief, it led me to a small village. The villagers were kind and took me in, nursing me back to health. They told me tales of the haunted forest and the spirits that dwelled within. Many had gone in and never returned, lost to the forest's enchantment. As I sat by the fire, listening to their stories, I realized how lucky I was to have escaped. The forest had tested my sanity and will to survive. but I had emerged stronger. The experience would stay with me forever, a haunting reminder of the thin line between reality and the unknown.